How are you today? A blessed and pleasant first Sunday of Lent to you. My name is Abyong and welcome to Pathways of Hope. In this picture, I was standing in the city of Jericho, and behind me is what is known as the Mount of Temptations. You probably have an idea already about what our gospel for today. Yes, our gospel for today, taken from Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 to 11, is the gospel about the temptation of Jesus in the wilderness. And in this story, we can see that Jesus was tempted by Satan not just once, not just twice, but 3 times. In the first instance, after fasting for 40 days, Jesus was already hungry, and Satan said, "If you are the Son of God, turn these stones into bread." The second instance, Satan took Jesus up on the temple and said, "Throw yourself down if you are the Son of God, and God will command His angels to catch you." In the third instance, Satan showed all the kingdoms of the world and its magnificence, and he said to him, "If you prostrate yourself and worship me, you can have all these." These 3 temptations actually represent temptations of possession, temptations of pleasure, and the temptation for power. These 3 things are not bad in itself. God wants us to have power. God wants us to have possessions, and God wants us to have pleasure. But if we pursue them apart from God, they can bring us away from God. We might not have the same ability of Jesus, quoting scriptures, just that, to fight against these lies and the deceits of Satan. But we can have weapons to fight against these temptations. And in this season of Lent, we can have prayer as our way to fight against temptation to acquire power apart from God. In prayer, we kneel down and find ourselves in need of the power of God. In humility, we say, "Lord, I am nothing without you. I need you. You are the source of life, and you are the source of power." We can do fasting to fight against the temptation of pleasure. Food is okay, but if we think food and the lust of the flesh as the only source of pleasure, let's get rid of them. Let's not be attached to them. And so fasting can help us have self-control, and also can help us turn to the Lord and look for Him as the source of our pleasure. And to fight against the temptation of possession or materialism, let's be more generous this time of Lent. Let's not acquire material stuff to be the source of, our meaning, to have possessions to allow us to find completeness in life. But instead of acquiring, let's give. Let's look at the needs of others. Let's do almsgiving. So, my dear friend, to fight against the temptation for pleasure, temptation for power, and the temptation for possession, let's do prayer, let's do fasting, and let's do almsgiving. God bless you.